I never thought I'd be participating in these kind of Reddits myself. I've spent countless hours listening to these stories, but I thought I was exempt from tragedies like these. Thought I knew her. I'm going to give the most important details, since it would be impossible to resume our whole story. She was a friend from college. We knew each other from classes and school trips. We lost contact for a few years, but reunited in 2017 for the New Year party. Since then, we were inseparable. We started dating immediately and connected as hard as one can connect with another human being. Please subscribe to support the channel. We fell in love, laughed for hours on end. It was like playing ping pong. I said something silly, and she hit me back with something even sillier. Besides, she was beautiful and had a really nice body. Everyone complimented me for being with her, and I was so proud to have her in my life. It was beautiful. We were together for 3 years as BF/GF, but I knew that she was the one. So we got engaged during the pandemic, on Christmas of 2020. My parents absolutely loved her, and her folks loved me. We were an amazing couple all along. We're both medics and I got graduated on 2022, so I started making good money and started paying for everything around the house, our vacations, trips abroad, basic needs, healthcare, everything. She got to plan the wedding of her dreams, and I just couldn't say no to anything because I thought she deserved everything and more, since she was with me through thick and thin while I was a resident. We didn't have a lot at the time, and I wanted her to feel like a star. We got married on 4th of November, 2023 at the most expensive venue in town. Everything was beautiful, the most beautiful wedding you could imagine. Of course, I paid for 99% of the expenses, since I was making money and she didn't. It costed me around $60K US. We went on the honeymoon of my dreams that November. Spent 2 wonderful weeks on a Euro trip through Paris, Venice, Florence, Rome and back. A lifelong dream of mine was to take the love of my life to Paris and kiss under the Eiffel Tower. We did. We came back from our trip. She's still a resident, and so she has clinical rotations on a lot of hospital services. At this point, she had already taken a rotation on October 2023 through a surgical hall, where she knew some dude for like a month. An oncology surgeon who she immediately befriended hard. She started acting weird around her phone, encoding messages, passwords in her WhatsApp, etc. For months, I thought nothing of it, but thank God my curiosity got the best of me, and I finally decided to check her phone on mid-May 2024. What I found was horrible. Her conversation on WhatsApp with him was erased, but she had phone calls to his number, called him often for 20 to 30 minutes, got together for drinks and food all the way back through December 2023. I started digging through the conversations with her best friends, and through that I discovered all that I'm going to say next. She had been making a fool out of me for 5 of the 6 months we were married. This started not even 2 months after our wedding. The dude's father died on January 2024, and at this point, they were going out on a date and she was there for him, and she was really hurt that she couldn't be there with him in his most difficult time. This is one of the most painful parts of the story, cause on the texts I found she was clearly worried for him. She had developed feelings for another man 1 month after our wedding, after 6 years of being together. She knew him for 2 months, and she started dating him exactly 45 days after walking through the aisle in a wedding dress, and swearing to God and man to be only mine and with me for the rest of her life. I didn't explode it immediately. I waited for a little while and gathered all the evidence I could. The last conversations through WhatsApp was erased 4 days before I checked her phone, so she was still in contact with him until I caught her. The last thing he sent was a little monkey emoji covering his eyes, and sadly, we all kind of know what they were talking about just for that. Went through her phone a couple more times to be met with the fact that she was aware I was checking her phone after 2 days of me doing it. She had deleted all the messages on her friends' chats that involved him from 5 months ago. She took the time and care to selectively erase messages that involved him, even though thank God I've already read them. And her best friends were encouraging her to keep seeing each other. They treated my marriage like it was some stupid high school crush. I confronted her 3 days after checking her phone. Those were the worst 3 days of my life. I had to keep everything inside. All the pain, all the rage, all the doubts, all the sorrow. We sat at the table right after she had minor surgery to remove a breast benign tumor, which I paid for as a last consideration to the memory of the woman I married. At first she denied it and even got angry cause I went through her phone, but when confronted with all the evidence, dates, phone calls, and screenshots. She had nowhere to go. When I asked her if she had slept with him, the answer was yes. Those 3 letters absolutely shattered my whole world. In an instant, I've lost my wife, my home, my family project, my plans. I wanted to have children with her next year, buy a home, and spent the rest of my life with her. The money doesn't hurt. It's the time that burns my soul. 6 years thrown to the garbage for a dude that she knew for 2 months. My family was devastated. My mother in tears. My father was furious, and I was absolutely destroyed. It's been 2 weeks since, and my mind is still confused and dazed. I've been wanting so hard to see her, to hug her, to go back to what we were, but then I remember the treason and all the effort she went through to hid it for months, and it's like I don't know this person anymore. She can't be the woman that I fell in love with. She can't be the woman I married. Sorry for the long post. Hope I can get some feedback. I really love her and could still forgive her, but I don't think this would be the same ever again. Why did she marry me? This hurts so bad. Thank you all for your time. Please subscribe to support the channel.